Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm making Cajun Seafood Pot Pie. So I'm starting off by cooking my shrimp first. I just use some olive oil. I pre-season my shrimp. I just use some black pepper, seasoning salt, garlic powder, onion powder, Old Bay, paprika, and cayenne pepper, and also some Trader Joe's salmon seasoning. And I'm pretty much going to be using the same exact seasonings when I do the sauce a little later in the video. But yeah, the shrimp took about 3.5 minutes total. The one thing I love about shrimp is that they don't take long to cook. And I usually get my shrimp from Costco because they always have like the big size shrimp, and I can get about 3 meals out of the one package. So yeah. But yeah, after this, I will start making my sauce. So to start my sauce, I'm using 1/4 cup of butter. I let that melt down, and then I had got this little pre-made kit from a grocery store out here. So just onion, celery, and carrots. I had another meal I made, and I had enough to use for this meal too, so it worked out for me. But yeah, I let that cook for a little bit, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. Then I added some garlic, and then I let that cook a little bit longer, probably about another minute, because with garlic, you shouldn't cook it too long. And then I added in some flour to start my roux. Let that get a little thick. And after that, I added in 1/2 cup of chicken broth. It calls for seafood broth, but I can't find that in the store, so I just use chicken broth. Honestly, the flavor is not gonna be too much different, honestly. So, and I feel like seafood broth would probably be too fishy. I also added 1/2 cup of heavy cream, so I just combined them just to make it easier. But yeah, so for this, I just let it cook for about, I would say, maybe 5 minutes. As you see, it's starting to get a little thicker. And then after this, I start adding my seafood. So I use lump crab meat, I use shrimp as you saw, and then also use some mussels because I couldn't find crawfish. So still worked out. I like mussels more anyway than crawfish, so it doesn't really matter for me. So yeah, after this, I mixed it up and I let it just simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. Didn't want to do it for too long because the sauce was already simmering for a good amount of time. And then also I added in my seasoning. So as I said before, I use pretty much the same seasonings. So I use black pepper, seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, cayenne pepper, Cajun seasoning, Old Bay, Trader Joe's seafood seasoning, Italian seasoning, Trader Joe's garlic seasoning, and I also use Creole seasoning. So yeah, it was a lot of seasonings in my sauce, but I like my sauce to be very well seasoned, especially when it comes to like a roux. But yeah, this meal was pretty simple overall. As far as just all you had to do is make the filling, get some pie crust, and you're good to go. So here's the fun part, time to assemble everything. So I just used one of my baking pans, put the pie crust at the bottom, and I just press it against the sides just so it can, stay in place. And then I added my filling. So simple and easy. Like, I just love simple meals. And after I filled it up, I put the second pie crust on top. This is the second time I used this pie crust. It was a set of 4 like frozen pie crusts. It didn't give me as much trouble this time, but it still was a slight hassle. But overall, not too bad. And then you don't have to do this part, but I wanted it to be a little bit more golden, so I added some egg wash to it. All it is a scrambled egg and a little bit of water. And then to top it off, I just put some Old Bay and some Cajun seasoning, and I put some slits in the middle just to give it some, let the steam out. But yeah, this cooked for 35 minutes at 375. And this is how it came out. It didn't get as golden as I wanted it to, but it still came out pretty good, honestly. This is like I think it's my second or third time making a pot pie. The first time I made it, it was a chicken pot pie, which was really, really good. But I think next time I make it, I'm gonna put it in the individual pans, like those little small ones. Just because I feel like you can just get bang for your buck, and I think it's better proportioned that way as well. But yeah, y'all, if you do decide to try this meal, let me know in the comments for sure. And let me know if you want to see any other videos similar to this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.